All right. So as you can see, a lot has changed since the last video I've made. The truck's sitting on the ground finally. I want to go over everything that I've done so far that you guys haven't seen. And the reason I haven't made a video is I've wanted to get it done. So I ain't had time to be recording and, but first of all, you guys will notice I got the new front end in. This came out of a 73 and up F100 out of the scrapyard. I pulled it out and put the disc brake front end under it. I put all new polyurethane bushings under it. I put all new disc brakes, calipers, hoses on the front. On the back, I rebuilt the drum brakes. It's got all new brake lines front to back. On the inside of the truck, I got my seat reupholstered from a upholstery shop here in town. Got the carpet in it. I have the B&M Mega Shifter all hooked up. So everything's getting close. The motor runs fantastic. It starts right up on the first try. There's a few things that I'm waiting on that I got to get, and a couple problems I'm having as well. I did get the power master cylinder off CJ Pony Parts, and it's okay. It'll work for now. Couple things I'm gonna have to do here with the motor. I gotta get my PCV system hooked up. I need to get a breather for this side, a couple little vacuum lines, and I need to get this all clean. I got a couple little wiring things. I need to put a bigger alternator on it now because I'm running electric fans. If you guys didn't see that yet, I got electric fans in here now. I need to clean up the wiring, but I've got it to where the fans and the fuel pump come on when you turn the key on. I just like them running all the time. That's kind of my preference. The motor runs cool. I mean, it'll take a while to get warmed up, but once it's warmed up, it'll stay where it's supposed to be. So yeah, I also got my steering wheel put in. I need to get that fender bolted in down there so it stops snagging my door. Got my steering wheel in. I'm still got my clutch pedal in there. If I want to ever put a manual in it, it'll be there. It don't really bother me. But I need to get my dash bezel. The truck's completely rewired. I think I talked about that in the last video. So everything's good. I need to get my headlights, tail lights, all that kind of stuff going now. But my biggest thing I'm wanting to do now is I need to get some wheels and tires. I'm wanting to get some 20-inch American racing torque thrust wheels for it, and I'll probably end up lowering it sometime in the future, but for now it's gonna do just fine because I just want to drive it. But I'm trying to get it ready to go to the muffler shop right now, and I'm having some issues. And the main thing I have to do is I need to get these vacuum hoses hooked up and the PCV system, and I need to check and run this thing for a while and make sure we don't have any leaks. And then I'd like to change the oil in it because it's still got the break-in oil in the motor. But I'm having a problem with the rear main seal. I believe it's leaking, and I'm kind of wondering if it's because I haven't had no PCV system on here. And I actually had my valve cover holes taped off, and I forgot they were taped off when I was running it. And I'm kind of wondering if the pressure on the inside of the crankcase was getting to be a little too much and started seeping out of that. But if that doesn't fix it, if the PCV valve doesn't stop that, and I've seen this happen before on other guys' vehicles, but if it don't, we'll have to end up getting in there and replacing that again. I don't honestly know why it is leaking because I've put them in before and I did it the right from what I understand is the right way. Just a one-piece rear main, and it's leaking, so hopefully we can get that figured out. But yep, if you guys want to see it run, there's a couple of YouTube Shorts videos on my channel. There's one of me pulling the side of the garage for the first time in almost 2 years. So that's a pretty big accomplishment, just being able to move it around. If you guys don't know, this is a 1970 F100. We drug it out of the woods in Oklahoma, and it was basically just, it was on the verge of being sent to the scrapyard, I think. But the floors were completely about gone, and there just wasn't nothing to work with. The wiring was all ruined. The motor was hacked up. So I patched the floors the best I knew how. Actually painted the frame, took the whole body off the truck. I built this 90s roller block 351 for it. Got a pretty decent cam, flat top pistons, AFR Renegade 165cc heads. It's running like 10 to 4 to 1 compression with the 58cc chambers on there. Y-end intake, Shorty Sanderson headers, and basically all motor. Just running an alternator for now. Probably will end up doing power steering. But I'm hoping that, and it's got a 750 quick fuel carburetor, vacuum secondary. I'm hoping that she's well over 400 horse, and I'd say it probably is, but also got a built transmission, built C6 automatic, TCI. Got it off of Summit, so we're hoping it's going to be pretty good. But I'll show you guys kind of this is the B&M shifter, so that's got the T handle and the lockout on it. So that's reverse, neutral drive, and it kind of locks there. And you can actually kick it down into second and then into first, and then you can shift up from there. So second, drive. But the one thing I don't like about it is this handle spins, so I need to find out how to fix that. But it seems to shift into gear good and everything. It is a little cramped in here for me. I'm about 6'3" with my shoes on, so gonna be a little tight, but just a lot of little piddly stuff to do now. And once I get the exhaust done, I can get it all tuned up. You can't really tune a motor when it's running on open Shorty headers. I'd like to do that after the muffler's on, but we're pretty close how it sets. So thinking I'm just gonna do some kind of straight through muffler, and I'm either gonna have it dumped behind the axle or right in front of the axle, or coming out in front of the rear tires. Not sure, haven't made up my mind, but we're getting there. Haven't worked on the red truck at all. It's been sitting outside right there, and I got the bed stored over here in the back of the shop on some rollers. But we got a lot of work to do on that thing, but I want this thing done so I can enjoy it and get it out of here, and then I can get the red one in here. But just my little hot rod I've been working on. This is kind of my first, I guess, hot rod build I've done. Built the motor for the red truck, but this one's got a lot more power, and you know, being a short bed 2-wheel drive, it'll be a lot more fun. So, well, it'll be pretty fun, and I appreciate you guys watching. I'll try to make a little more videos from here on out, but here's a little update for you, so thanks for watching.